बहुत सही, सदगुरु जी बहुत सही हैं यार, मुझे उनसे जेलसी होती है, मैं सही बताऊं तो। सदगुरु जी खुद ही बोलते, खुद ही हंस लेते हैं।
पर मुझे सदगुरु जी की वीडियो मिली है। पहली बात तो मेरी गलती नहीं है, तुम ना इंटरनेट पे कुछ भी सर्च करो, सदगुरु जी की वीडियो आती है। कोई रूल मानने की जरूरत नहीं है आपको। CAT डॉग।
तो किसी को आकर्षक तो आओ यार, बिन बात के किसी की उंगली करना बंद करो और शुरू करते हैं बिना किसी बॉलीवुड के।
The most important work on the planet today is to raise human consciousness. A human being should make himself in such a way that the world cannot ignore him, not because of your qualifications, but because of who you are. Samskriti brings back the essence of the wisdom of a culture whose antiquity is older than the legend. A culture which has produced some of the greatest minds, a culture whose contribution to humanity is immeasurable. The aim of this culture was to allow this human mechanism, which is the greatest and the most sophisticated gadget upon this planet, to grow to its fullest potential. In Isha Samskriti, children get not only to study but to practice in depth sciences of yoga, Ayurveda, Siddha Vaidya, Hatha Yoga and other 8 limbs of yoga is a daily practice, not just as a lesson, not just as morning-evening practice, but yoga as a way of living in a very spiritually charged atmosphere. These children imbibe yoga in a most powerful and practical manner. Just allowing and cultivating the body and mind to a high level of function without loading it with information produces phenomenal results, producing not only great intellects, great bodies, above all, truly great human beings who are equanimous and balanced.
Carryminati, 40 million followers on YouTube. And he just did a kind of a parody thing recently, about I think maybe 3 or 4 weeks or maybe a month ago.
What's he saying about me?
He was just having…
What's wrong with me?
No, he was just having sort of, he was impersonating you, and I think, it seemed to be…
That's okay.
Quite funny and
I also think not just one, I think a few thousand impersonations need to happen, that's what I'm also thinking. Hello?
But do you feel like this kind of… it doesn't affect your credibility when you go around talking?
Definitely in terms of effectiveness of work,
Yeah.
it makes things unnecessarily difficult because all kinds of rubbish is put all over the place. It makes, many times doors close, you have to knock them down.
Yeah.
These kind of problems are there around the world, they campaign. See, there are a whole lot of people who have nothing significant to do in their life. Their only thing is somehow to make a livelihood. Wherever there is something, they will attach themselves like fleas on it. It's okay, it doesn't hurt me so. If they don't want these things to happen, they don't want soils to be saved, they don't want rivers of India to flow again, if they don't want, that's their choice, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I would like these things fixed, I'm sure most of you would like it fixed. Well, will everything happen? I don't believe that. Will everything that we aim for happen? No. In this generation, at least if we take a few steps, next, hopefully, we'll take more steps. This is the only way solutions will come. It's not that you are a solution for everything, there's no such thing. You can move it in that direction. Maybe the next generation will take it further and further. But if they don't want that to happen, I don't think they don't want that, they don't know what they're doing most of the time. Especially, I don't know who this is you're talking about, but I'm not surprised. If somebody is an influencer, any kind of influencer, if you can influence that 10 people, or you have 2 children, see, this happens to you, you may be living somehow, but suddenly you have a child. The moment they're looking at you, if you're smoking, you put your cigarette away. If you're doing something else, you do that. Why? Because the moment you're an influencer in your home, the moment you're influencing a young life, you try to change your life in some way to the extent possible for you. So if you're influencing, what is the number? 40 million.
Yeah.
If you're influencing 40 million people, I hope you become a little more responsible.
Yeah.
It's very important.